Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one kid idiot Dave Koco from Wrestle AM, a podcast on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find your podcast needs. Go ahead.
Am I on your screen?
Yeah, you're on the screen.
Okay.
And the man on the screen is SidsLight. SidsLight, say hello to the Internet Infantry. Internet Infantry, say hello to SidsLight.
Hi. Now, I couldn't remember if we set up Discord. Our startup was a little jumbled.
Dude, let me tell you something.
In my defense.
I've been doing like 800 things at once.
I didn't want to go an hour into this and then have you be like, oh shit, I forgot to turn your camera on.
That would be something I would do. That'd be something I'd do. And I got like 8,000 things to do, man. 8 billion. I keep saying yes to everything, and then that backfires. Because like I went a year where all I did was play video games on Twitch. They're like, all right, I'm going to expand.
Yes to everything?
Dude, almost. It's like, do you want to do this hockey? Do you want to do this video game? Do you want to do this? Yes. Do you want to host a show? Yes. I'm in the...
All right, I sent you a message. You'll see it after this video.
Oh, brother, here we go.
You're saying yes to everything. I got to shoot my shot.
Yeah, brother. All right. But the most important part, there is no yes to this. It's win, loss, or tie. What did you think of Wrestle Dream? Yes, the answer is yes. I give it a win. I give it a win. I give it a win, and I'll even go a little higher than a week win. I feel like outside of corporate nut huggers, everyone's arguing over what is match of the night. And I feel like if you're a pay-per-view and people are arguing over which is match of the night,
that's usually good.
Yeah, it's usually a good thing. Like, because usually this is the best pay-per-view ever. We're not at that status. Then there's the corporate nut huggers. And then, like, there's, this match is better. This match is better. And I think that's a good pay-per-view. It's when everyone goes, there's only one good match or that. Go ahead.
I also think going out of the pay-per-view, the fact that there are two definite moments outside of everything else, outside of any matches or anything set up, there are two definite moments that have people wanting to tune into Dynamite this week. They want to find out who the men in mask are or see more of that and see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
And now they want to hear why Edge took the side of opposite of Christian.
because Edge is I don't know, he's not a horrible person. He only thinks of himself. And Christian gives.
I think
by the way, your credibility is shot for having a different opinion. I saw that on the YouTube thing. I would do a separate thing. Can you imagine like Phil Jackson being like, yeah, man, I think Jordan's better than Kobe. You lost all your credibility.
Oh, I lost my credibility?
No, I think because we don't like Edge. We like Christian more than Edge. There's a fucking guy out there that's like, you lost credibility. And I was like, that's not how that works.
Okay.
Like, do you not have an opinion that goes
Christian
against the
more
grain?
Than Edge. I'm sorry.
You got no credibility. None whatsoever.
Christian so far has done way more for the next generation.
Yeah, 100%.
And that has won me over.
And I also wonder, people like that, do you have an opinion that isn't with the masses? Because I don't want to throw my brother under the bus, but when my brother was like 8-10 years old, I noticed he was dumb as fuck. Like what he would like look for other people for his opinion. So like, let's say we'd go see Ninja Turtles 3. He would be like, so what'd you guys think? So that he could form his opinion off others. And I told him that's what stupid people do. So I pulled him aside and be like, dude, did you like the movie? Look in your heart. Have a set of standards. Did you like it? But I think a lot of people, they wait, to steal the Japanese line. You're very confident for a man with another man's words in your mouth. But yeah, overall, I give it a win. It isn't a perfect. I enjoyed it. I did feel like it was a bit long, but it might just because I have 800 things to do that day. I don't think that's AEW's
No, I agree.
fault.
That's part of why I gave it a weak win. I felt like it dragged a little. I think that pay-per-view could have easily been either A, 30 minutes shorter, or B, had another match on it.
Yeah, well, AEW, New Japan, and WWE have really big rosters, and I think they're obviously having big rosters so that other people can't steal their guys. But I think the rosters are so big that...
I don't think that's why Tony does it. I think Tony just signs people because he's excited.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's not a knock on him either. Like, I'm glad he's that excited about wrestling, or else we wouldn't even have AEW.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I just think the three major companies with the biggest rosters kind of get stuck. You know, people are like, oh, this guy got lost in the shuffle. Yeah, there's 8,000 people on the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, because the problem is if you have a smaller roster, someone will eat up everybody. So, but think about it. There's three major companies right now, and the rosters are too big. Can you imagine how much it was when ECW, WCW went out, and it was just WWE? There was just so many people. I lived through it. I don't know why I'm acting like this is a fictional place. There were so many people that just got lost in the sauce. So I guess maybe that's why they're longer. All right, let's break down.
I just think though with how much it dragged at points, they could have easily fit in like a Joshi match.
Yeah. Well, that and also too, like, this was for Inoki. Rest in peace. I'm a big fan of Inoki. I know. I don't want to sound sleazy, but I feel like a lot of people love Inoki more after he passed away and hate him because of repeating what Dave Meltzer says. I feel like a lot of it, for English speakers, Inoki falls into that trap a lot. But it was great, and I just think if you're going to have Wrestle Dream, you definitely have to work with New Japan, DDT, and all that. I think you need more.
I would have liked to have seen more of their roster. But there were so many of them that were booked. Like, I think most of New Japan's working either today or yesterday.
Yeah. And not only that, but, man, New Japan reviews are coming. I just want to be honest. I can't review a show that has 0 1v1 matches. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. I just can't do it. If there's a show, like, you know, obviously I'm a big fan of 1v1, and the older I get, the more I become a 1v1 fan because there's so less, you know what I mean? So little 1v1s. I can't physically bring myself to review a show that has 0 1v1 matches. I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person. Just gonna keep it real with you. So yeah, New Japan reviews only if there's 1v1 match. If there isn't, I'm not gonna review it. You know, I hope you understand. Speaking of,
let's break this down.
Yeah, let's go. Hour 0. Speaking of 1v1, we start off with a mixed 8-man tag team match.
Yeah.
Athena, Billy Starks, Keith Lee, and Kojima defeat Damante, Mercedes Martinez, Shannon Taylor Promotions. It was only 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Here's the thing, Tony. I know you're trying to get a bunch of people on. Just have Keith Lee versus Kojima 1v1. That's a dream match. That's a fucking dream match. Get rid of everyone else. Just there. And if you want more women's wrestling, sure, Athena, Billy Starks 1v1. Mercedes Martinez, Athena.
I don't know if Keith Lee can still go anymore fully. Ever since COVID, I don't think he can still go the same.
I hope he can, but I understand the worries. I think when it comes to Keith Lee and in the future Ibushi, I understand the worries. There you go.
Ibushi, I'm starting to lose strength on my copium.
Yeah. I just don't think he's 100%, and they're trying to hide it. Claudio defeats Josh Barnett 8:23. This was an Inoki type match. This was perfect. If this was gonna be an Inoki event, I feel like this had to be on the main card.
Yeah, I would have rather seen this on the main card too. I agree.
Yeah, this should have definitely been on the main card. Got it. Yeah, it was good. I'm a big fan of Josh Barnett. Big fan of Claudio.
I loved the use of Moxley tonight, having him come out and do commentary during the BCC match.
I don't think Taz is a big fan. Taz like
I don't either. I don't think the rest of the commentary desk loved it because he would talk for so long, especially in the Bryan match. I do not think they were loving him there, but I was.
Yeah, man. I mean,
what was it? At one point, he talked for like a solid minute straight, and I can't remember what Excalibur said, but he sounded like he was annoyed.
Oh man. Yeah, dude.
I think he was like, "Take a breather, there, bud," or something like that.
Oh man, here's the thing: Tony doesn't want to fire anyone, but he definitely has too many people on staff.
Yeah,
you know, just too many. Luchasaurus defeats Nick Wayne, which will become bigger factor later. It was a 5-minute match. I think you didn't need this match. I like the 1v1,
No.
but it makes no sense storyline-wise what we know in the future, and it was only
You just
5
wanted
minutes.
to have Nick Wayne's mom at the pay-per-view being more justifiable. And also, I think they really, 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 really want to build Nick Wayne because he's so young.
I think you might be right. So, like, I would have bumped the Luchasaurus, Nick Wayne. I would have put Claudio and Josh up to the main event. And I know we're backstage fucking booking, but hey.
To be fair, though, if there was a place for that match to have happened, isn't the pre-show that's free on YouTube kind of the place to put that kind of a match?
Yeah, and not only that, but you might be right. I take that back.
It's a good time to give him minutes.
It's from Futurama. When someone brings up a great point, sometimes I change my mind. I'm not an idiot. I was going to say politician, but that's a Futurama joke. Yeah, now I see it. All right. But yeah, Kojima Keith Lee 1v1, Athena versus someone 1v1 would have been better. Bump that up.
I definitely would have rather seen Athena 1v1ing.
Yeah. And then you got the AEW World Trios title. Billy Gunn and Acclaim defeat the Mighty Don't Kneel. The Mighty Don't Kneel, kind of. I don't know. Are they supposed to be serious or a comedy act? I don't know. Their promo beforehand was fucking... What? I don't know. There has to be a balance of sports entertainment and pro wrestling for North America. And maybe I've been living in Japan too long, so I lean towards pro wrestling more than sports entertainment. But, man, they are really leading into sports entertainment. Billy Gunn and Acclaim win. Super over. All this makes sense. It's perfect. I just would have made the Mighty Don't Kneel a little bit more serious in their promo. But that's nitpicking here and there. AEW Wrestle Dream. The pay-per-view starts. I don't know how I feel about this. We're big MJF guys. But MJF winning the handicap match against the Righteous in less than 10 minutes. What's your thoughts? Because, like, I love MJF.
I think they booked that. They ended up, because of Adam Cole's injury and having already announced the match, they ended up in a corner. And I think they had to make the choice. Would we rather an established and a team we're establishing from ROH, or let's be honest, their undercard show, a team from that win, or would we rather our world champion win? And I think they went with the right choice.
I hear what you're saying, but I think there's a righter choice. Don't have the match or throw in a new tag partner.
They had to have the match. They had booked it. They had announced it. They didn't want to cancel it.
Card subject to change.
Yeah, but I get where they went. I also agree it would have been better to have not had the match. But if you had to have it, I think this was the best ending.
Yeah. Next, they have the ROH New Japan Strong Open title match, double title match. Eddie Kingston having himself a hell of a year, defeats Shibata, 10:58, by the way. No affiliation whatsoever. We're reading these results off cagematch.net because they just have the results there. I think the New Japan Strong Open title and the ROH, it wasn't the ROH World title. I think they made a mistake. It was the ROH Pure title, right?
It was the ROH Pure. That's why Eddie didn't win it, because they didn't do pure rules. If they had done pure rules, Eddie would have ran out of rope breaks and lost.
Boys, I don't have the best memory in the world. And I just put over Cage Match. I was like, yeah, don't fucking remind me. And then halfway through reading that, I was like, that's not right. Damn you, Cage Match. I trusted you.
Yeah, so he did not win the RH Pure.
Yeah, here it has him as the world champ.
I don't know if he's the ROH world champ. I mean, he might
Japan
be.
Open streak. Oh yeah, he is the ROH. Okay, so Shibata. Okay, so I'm messing up.
There were 3 titles involved.
Yeah.
2 on the line.
And 2 of them. Yeah. Okay, so I messed up and not Cage Match. Good news, everybody. Concussions, they're a thing. So Eddie Kingston does win. Shibata's still a pure champ, so it makes sense. And Eddie Kingston is having himself a hell of a year. And it's just, I don't know. It's Eddie Kingston's like seeing that guy that you root on make it. You know what I mean? Like, he always wanted to go to Japan. He's so happy. He always wanted to fucking beat Claudio. So happy. I don't know. It's kind of like hard work pays off. Dreams come true. little bit of a Dusty Rhodes feel to it.
I do love that Eddie Kingston's having this great run.
Yeah. I apologize. I made a mistake. It's gonna happen again. Next,
this was probably the most. That was probably the most strong style match on the card, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of go with that.
I mean, other than moments in the 3-on-3.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's true. There were a few moments in the Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan, it didn't feel like it was a strong style match. That felt like just pure technical.
Yeah,
with moments of.
You got the AEW TBS title match. Chris Statlander defeats Julia Hart. I have mixed emotions about this because everyone around me.
I think it was the wrong choice.
Everyone around me likes Julia Hart, and I was like, I think Chris Statlander should win and build her up more. And then Chris Statlander won, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if they made the right choice.
Yeah, I definitely think Julia Hart should have won. Julia Hart has really good momentum right now. Statlander's barely been doing anything on TV really to build our character. I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with this choice. I think that Julia Hart should have won this match.
Here's the thing. I thought Statlander should win the match, and then when I got what I was like probably the only person. You ever see those NFL pick'ems where everyone has the pick and then that one guy has the wrong pick, but that wrong pick wins? I'm having that moment feel right now because I feel like, Chris Statlander should have a shot, but I think right now I have not met anyone who speaks English who follows AEW who didn't want Julia Hart to win that match, in my opinion. So
yeah, it was disappointing that Julia Hart lost it.
Do you think they'll build up to something else? Because I wonder.
Who knows? Their women's division booking has been questionable at best. So honestly, I don't know. They might just throw fucking Tony Storm at it.
Yeah. Chris Statlander, I was thinking, do you think they try to break the record with Chris Statlander? Like, remember when they did it with Randy Orton because of Brock? Do you think they'll try to just how long she had it? Like, she'll have the title longer than her, or do you think that's not even on the table?
I hope not. I don't think. Listen, I think Statlander is a good wrestler. I don't think Statlander's very good on promo or on the mic or as character building.
Yeah, and she kind of dropped the whole alien thing, right?
Yeah, she's a good wrestler, and that's it. And unfortunately, to me, if your company is this big and you have this much talent, your champions shouldn't just be good wrestlers. They should be a more complete package that is more capable to build. Like, look at MJF. Like, I get it, generational talent, but your champions should all be like that. They should be people that can build. Christian, they should be people that can build
up other people too.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think Statlander was the bad choice to win this, but we'll see where they go with it.
Well, considering Jade, left, and there was a kind of a story, a loose story, I could see why her winning it, but keeping it seems kind of weird unless they build up something. So, yeah, it's a weird situation. Next, you have the AEW World Tag Team titles. Number one contenders match, you have the Young Bucks defeat the Guns, Hook and Orange Cassidy, and Lucha Brothers. It's 12 minutes, super fast paced, super fun, exciting. I liked it. I thought with the Young Bucks winning, that was going to give Aussie Open a shot later on. But, yeah, I don't know.
No, it's Bucks against FTR.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. But at the time of this match, we did not know that.
Oh, you thought it was going to be Aussie Open would beat FTR?
Yeah, because...
You're delusional as fuck.
Well, let me paint a picture.
There was no world, but I'll let you paint.
All right. They had double champions going in, and they had a memorable match. I feel like their timing was off on that match, but maybe we should save that for more, for the FTR breakdown, which is coming up in a couple seconds. But... they had a great match on the independent scene, and Aussie Open came in like double champ. A lot of people forget that. They were just like, yeah, we're double champ, and then they're like, yeah, you're not double champ anymore. So, but yeah, I was a little shocked the Young Bucks and FTR won their matches. But at the same time, me and you were like, oh, fuck the critics. The Elite should be on top if they're the most talented.
Yeah,
So,
that's the only way that I'm okay with this is if the Bucks win the FTR match. If the Bucks don't win the FTR match and then have the titles for a little bit, then I don't give a shit. I'll be annoyed. I'm tired of FTR as champions.
yeah, I don't know.
They're great wrestlers, yeah, but this is me just I don't like their characters. That's just me personally. I never have. I've always thought they're great wrestlers, but I don't like their characters.
Well,
I just don't.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, sir.
No, that's it. I just don't.
Okay.
I think they're boring.
I'm not on that boat as much as you. I just feel like with the Young Bucks and FTR being this close, I feel like there's a lot of pressure for putting the Young Bucks over, because then you need a best of 5, a best of 7, a best, you know.
Hold on. I have a question for you.
All right.
So you were shitting on MJF for a long time for saying that he was just a greatest hit to wrestlers from the past.
Yeah.
That's literally FTR's shtick. We're the greatest hits of 80s tag team wrestling. That's their whole shtick, but yet you've never had the same shit on them.
I know this is gonna sound bad, and I'm speaking from my heart. I think it's because I don't fucking give a shit about the tag division.
Fair enough.
I think it's just I don't care.
They're way worse about it than
yeah, they are. Yeah. No. That's a great point. And like, I'm just looking at my heart, you know.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until just then. I was like, wait a second.
Wait
a second.
No. You bring up a great point, and you're right. I just don't think I'm as passionate about the tag division as I am the main title. And I don't know if that's just a flaw in me. Says the guy who, like, if I start my own company, it's only going to be 1v1s.
I love tag divisions.
I like tag divisions if they feel like a real tag team.
Yes.
If they're two idiots together.
When AEW started, AEW's tag division was the stuff dreams are made of for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, is why I hate the Trios title so much.
I despise the Trios titles.
Ever since that Trios title came into the picture, the tag team picture has not been the same.
Yeah. Like the Guns, Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, but Hook and Orange, I'm just not feeling. That's just too single.
I actually, after seeing them together, I kind of like them together because I like the idea of them building into something just because they're both so chill. And I think it could have some fun segments in the future. But I don't know that I'd ever be super jazzed for their tag team matches. Like, yeah. I like Hook as a character, think he's interesting, but his matches so far I haven't loved. Sorry, Taz.
You just have to cover his weaknesses until he grows into a wrestler, which the art of that seems to be. No, it's weird. The art of that seems to be.
AEW is very good at that.
Yeah, the art of that seems to be really good from the company's point of view. It's from the fans' point of view. They don't see that as an art. You know, like if someone's not 100%, but you can make them a star, they don't give the credit to the people in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like...
That's part of why I don't knock on the Nick Wayne stuff as much. Even though I don't love Nick Wayne, I get why they're doing it. It's because the kid literally just turned old enough to compete, like legally be in wrestling. Yeah. And they're using him to the max. And I get it. They want to build him up for the future. It's smart. See if he turns out to be good.
And Nick Wayne, we'll talk about this later. I think Nick Wayne's stock went through the roof tonight.
I do too.
Singles match.
Hold on. Before we go on, though, I hope the Phoenix injury was kayfabe. Otherwise, that belt's starting to look cursed.
Yeah, it's scary. And plus, I think one of the brothers, I apologize, I don't have the best memory, got injured at an ROH pay-per-view.
That's not shocking. That sucks.
Yeah.
I think it was Pentagon. I think Pentagon's just coming back recently, isn't he?
I apologize. I don't want to fucking get it wrong.
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was okay with how that match ended, with it ending with the Bucks winning. Though I would have liked the Guns to have won because I do want to see the Guns hold gold.
Yeah. And they got a lot going for them right now.
I loved their attempt to pin each other. We didn't bring that up, but before we go to the next match, I just want to say I love that they tagged so they'd both be the legal men and then tried to pin each other.
That was pretty fucking clever. Because the thing is, people always think about that shit as an
Yeah, people
outsider.
are always like, why don't they just both go in and do it? And the Guns were like, why don't we?
It's kind of like my friend the Brandon. He's an artist, but he was really into Combat Zone, and the like Combat Zone had like a bunch of people in the ring. This is like old school Combat Zone, but they had a bunch of people in the ring, and there was people outside the ring, and there was a cage, and he's like, "You're in there, and I'm out there," and he's like, "Oh yeah," and they started climbing the cage. And like, I don't know why it fucking broke him. He's like, I know you can climb the cage, but for the longest time, that was like, I don't know. It was one of those things that broke my friends.
I guess I haven't watched wrestling long enough to not remember when people didn't climb cages.
No. Like, all right, so like, they climbed cages to get out, but they would always cut a promo inside the cage, and then like the guys would be outside the cage, and they would never climb into the cage to get them in the promo. And then just one day they did, and it's like, yeah, no shit, you can climb the cage. I don't know. I got on a tangent there. I apologize. Singles match. A lot of people are saying this is fucking match of the night. A lot of people really enjoyed this. Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defeats Adam Page. 20 minutes. I enjoyed it. Swerve Strickland super over.
I love Nana.
Oh, dude.
I'm so glad Prince Nana has a big fat job.
Here's the thing, and I know this sounds crazy. You can change your opinion on people. I thought Nana was okay, then I hated him, and now I cannot stop loving him.
It's so good. I love that dance. I
I
was
just
laying
can't
down
believe in
in
New
bed
York so many
watching it
people
with
were doing
ice
it.
on my shoulder and my other arm. I'm doing the dance while he's doing it. Like, oh, yeah.
So huge night for Prince Nana and Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, and
Adam
also
Page
the
goes
way
down again. What do you think about that?
they booked it in a way that protected him. For one, you argue he would have won had Nana not put the foot on the rope. Additionally, had Nana not thrown in the headband, Swerve wouldn't have been able to cheat to win.
Got it.
So they protected Adam in that loss. Not only that, but before he pinned him, he hit him with two of the one head kick and then a finisher. So he really laid it in after the illegal weapon blow.
And I know a lot of people were worried that he would get lost in the sauce after he renewed his contract, and that is not the case at all.
No, that promo was one of the best that they had on Dynamite. Even though we hate contract segments here.
Oh, it's the worst.
It was still very good promo exchange, and the match paid off. I honestly don't want this feud to end now because I want to see it again.
Yeah. Ricky Starks defeats Wheeler Yuta in less than 10 minutes.
This was a good match.
I have like, this is just like, it's a good match, but I have nothing like good or bad to say about it besides it was a solid match. And I guess that's what its job was.
Yeah, it was a solid match. It was good. It showcased Wheeler and Starks both what they're good at and let them both shine. And Mox put them both over on commentary like $1 million.
Yeah,
Even Starks, he put Starks over really well.
Yeah. Next, you have singles match. A lot of people are saying this is a dream match. A lot of people in Japan were very paying attention to this. A lot of people saying this is match of the night. You got Bryan Danielson defeats Zack Sabre Jr. with 23-12. I think it's a great match. What's that?
For me, this was match of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are picturing match of the night. I do wish it was a bit shorter, but that's just me. And I think I'm noticing a pattern with me that, it's just me as a fan. You can always have a different opinion. As a fan, like, if you're not fucking grappling matches should be faster. Like, I don't know, like in real life, if you're not laying and praying and you're going to eliminate that from wrestling, right?
You know what's funny? But actually, on that point, the best, in my opinion, the best chain wrestle segment of the night was the Yuta Starks match. That one in the opening of the match that was like a good minute long chain wrestle. That was really nice.
Yeah, they were both hustling. So overall, I enjoyed it. I wish it was for the New Japan TV title with the New Japan TV rules. I think that would have been interesting, and it definitely picked up. There was a slow burn. It got thing. The commentary team did a pretty decent job on this one. I thought they did a pretty decent job. I don't think it's weird because I thought they did a good job, but I don't think they like each other.
Yeah, this was the one where I really felt like they did not like Moxley on commentary.
Yeah.
This was the one where like, at one point, they were like, take a breather, and it sounded like they were annoyed at a few points. I'm like, man, I'm loving what Mox is doing. Calm down.
The best part about it is that him and Nigel were going at it. And they're like, Mox.
I didn't like Nigel tonight, honestly. I don't think I like Nigel on commentary.
I like the UK versus US stuff, but
dude, he kept calling Julia Hart a bitch during the match over and over.
I did. I
totally repeatedly kept calling her a bitch. Like, in what world is that good to do?
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, there was like a part in the commentary that cracked me up because Moxley stopped being his character and was just laid back him. He's like, yeah, my guy's gonna destroy your guy. You want to make a bet? Oh, I don't know, man. There's a good chance the other guy might win. I mean, they're both great wrestlers. Like, there was, I'm paraphrasing here, but there was a moment where Moxley left being a character and just became him. He's like, I don't know, man. Both these guys are pretty goddamn good. I just like, what? I'm hoping that they get a rematch at the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom. And I'm hoping that with that rematch, it's under New Japan TV rules. Just because I don't know, I really like that title, and I really like that title on Zack Sabre Jr. But
I
overall...
don't think it's gonna happen, unless he's going to lose that match.
Yeah. What's that?
Unless Brian's going to lose the match for the title, I don't think it'll happen for the title. I don't think Brian's going to be taking any titles after the next. I say if he doesn't get it within the next 1 to 2 months, I don't think he picks up another title before he's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's going to win. I think he's going to put Zack Sabre Jr. over. New Japan, AEW have a working relationship that's predictable, but nowhere near as predictable as fucking the relationships in Japan. Like, it's like, who's going to win this dream match between this guy and this guy, between two companies? Which company makes more money? It's not like that, Dave. Oh, the guy with more money won? Wow. Didn't see that coming. If you can gamble on Japanese pro wrestling, it would be so fucking easy. But yeah.
Rick 1982 would be the richest man alive.
He would be. Just cash in. Ching, ching. 6-man tag match. Bear Friend even paid attention to this. You have the Don Callis family. You got Takashita, Will Ospreay, and Sammy G. Go against Chris Jericho, Golden, and the Golden Lovers. I love the fact there was a Golden Lovers chant, Ibushi. We also got to see God Bushi or Mean Face Bushi.
Murder Ibushi.
Yeah, Murder Ibushi.
Commentary didn't react at all to it, though, and I hated that.
Yeah. I am worried that
the fact he didn't react to Kota Ibushi in one of his most iconic modes is garbage.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed this. Kenny Omega being 0-5 since leaving Don Callis. It's not a bad match. It just seems like a placeholder until the 1v1 matches. It feels like a placeholder.
That's where I am. It wasn't a bad match, but I want the 1v1s.
100%.
If you're going to give me Golden Lovers and tag matches. I know Kota said that his dream is to one day win a tag title with the Golden AEW tag title with the Golden Lovers now. And he said he loves Tony Khan. So maybe that'll happen on the horizon, but
yeah.
I don't understand why they had to add Sammy and Chris into this. Is the thing I don't get.
Well, I don't know. According to my wife, Chris Jericho and the Golden Lovers are all her favorite wrestlers. They just need to add Ninja Mac. So that's some Bear Friend commentary.
Stay away from Tony Khan because I don't want to see that.
I I just kind of
I swear to God, if I see the Golden Lovers and Jericho go for a trios title, I'm blaming it on Bear Friend.
it would be the fucking worst. Um, I hope Takashita and Ibushi battle each other in a DDT ring. Just the story there. I don't think commentary did a good enough job telling that story.
No, though I love how like you can tell that everyone from DDT and Kenny at the very least think that Takashita is going to be one of the biggest stars ever because they 100% want to put him over. He's had so many huge moments against icons or legends of strong style where he's been strong enough, and then you had the moment with fucking Dark Ibushi, God Ibushi, Murder Ibushi, whatever you want to call it. There's that moment Ibushi he ducks, knocks out one, knocks the other, and then Takashita is able to actually go head to head with him at that point. And I think that was undersold as fuck. That's huge.
Yeah.
Like that is a very big deal. That is putting over Takashita in a huge way. Just like when he knocked down Ishii with the forearm. It's there are things that if you've watched some of the Japanese wrestling, you know what a big deal they really are. And this kid is clearly someone they are investing everything into. And I'm all for it. I love the guy. I think he's great. His story's great outside of wrestling. I mean, the fact that when he was a kid and fell in love with wrestling and he wrote every wrestling promotion saying that he dreamed of growing up to be a wrestler and only DDT wrote him back.
So he's loyal to
and
DDT.
and after that, he went and just wanted to go work with DDT. It's a beautiful story, and I have nothing but high hopes for the kid. I think Takashita is a gem.
And him with Don Callis is perfect.
Oh,
and
Don Callis is a fantastic manager. I fucking hate him. He's so good.
And I love it, like, Takashita and Ibushi would be perfect at battle and DDT and also the story. But also there's the story of the Golden Lovers left, and they were kind of on top. They did it a little bit. They didn't do the details. But Takashita was always, you're the next Ibushi. You're the next Ibushi. For 11 years, he was said that. And then when he confronted Ibushi, the first thing Ibushi said was, I don't know who you are. I think that's like, that story is so fucking good. You're talking about long-term storytelling. Everyone's saying you're the next Ibushi, and then you fucking are like, had enough, and that motherfucker goes, I don't know who you are. It's, you know what I mean? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking
so good.
It's so fucking good.
But the percentage of people who watch DDT from the American audience is so small, though.
But that's where the commentary team needs to come through.
Yes, I agree. And there's no reason the commentary team shouldn't know history like this on guys they're building like this. You should know history on Ibushi. You should know history on fucking Takashita. Like that, these are two people that your company very clearly wants to make big parts of them.
Yeah, and with Will Ospreay in the match, I know this is a nitpicking thing, and you know me, I like effort, I like speed, I like the top guys. That's it. I like the sports cars of pro wrestlers, you know? Are you the best? Are you the fastest? Are you the most talented? You could tell everyone was so slow, and Will Ospreay had to slow down. Like, Will Ospreay's like, all right, so we're going on cruise control tonight, huh, guys?
Yeah. For Ospreay, he probably felt like it was just another night in New Japan.
Yeah. So, the whole thing will be interested. But yeah, the Don Callis family is very interested. Chris Jericho and Sammy G, a little bit interesting, but just seems tacked on for the sake of dragging the storyline out.
It did feel like it was just tacked on. But I also get that they have to close off the fucking Jericho to Sammy thing, which I hope is done now.
No, they definitely have to do a 1v1, right?
No, God, let it just be done. I'm so tired of watching Sammy and Chris Jericho in the ring together. It is done. It is so fucking tired. You've done it like it's been your fucking Randy Orton, John Cena for me. I'm so tired of seeing it.
Yeah. Well, and no, but if you had Sammy Jericho end it, dude.
And it doesn't make Sammy look good because Chris Jericho can't keep up with him. He has to go slow, so he does not look good.
Yeah, that's true. And Jericho will probably win.
Jericho has to let him go over at this point.
If you have Jericho and Sammy G and you take it out, You had the Golden Lovers versus Takashita and Will Ospreay. That's a million times
a
better
much more
match.
exciting match.
It's a million times better match, yeah. So, I thought it was decent, but it's a placeholder. That's all it is. Yeah. Though I do like the fact that Kenny without Don is 0-5. I like that. It sucks that Kenny has to sacrifice, and I am worried about Ibushi's health. We were talking about Keith Lee's health earlier.
I'm scared about if Ibushi can go or not.
I don't know.
I'm still holding on to my copium that Ibushi's just holding back until a really big Golden Lovers moment, and then he's gonna pull out old Ibushi moves.
Because the reports were when he was in New Japan, is that his one shoulder's so fucked, one of his shoulders, and like he can't get it back.
He couldn't even bench press for a while.
My Japanese friend said the thing that's best is like people like a couple of English speakers were talking about how great Ibushi is, and he's like, "You thought CM Punk was unstable? Wait till you meet Ibushi. Ibushi will just
but Ibushi has one stabilizing factor consistently for the last like 10+ years.
Kenny.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's one company in this world I think Koda would behave and sign for, it is Kenny's company.
Yeah. And in Japan, they see it as Kenny's company.
Yep.
Did you see the internet lose their mind because Kenny was the one that shot the promo at Shinjuku Face?
Yes. I thought it was hilarious. I loved that it was Kenny taking the picture. I was like, that makes sense. Why wouldn't Kenny be there when they're going to visit Ibushi?
And the best part of it all is, well, he went to the Tokyo Game Show, but the best part of it is they're at Shinjuku Face. People took pictures, and like, there's people like, kayfabe is dead, dude. I've worked for every major company. Your opponent's always behind the camera. Dude, what the fuck do you think? Where do you think they go? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because he was holding the camera. I just thought like what people pick on is silly.
It was a great picture. It made me laugh. I was like, nice. Who else?
Because I remember doing television. And just everyone was there when you were recording promos.
I mean, not only that, but like you got to look at it from this thing. Outside of kayfabe, Kenny is very used to working with them. I don't know why you wouldn't expect Kenny would just record it or take the picture. It's actually, I think he just took a picture. It's just a picture they used in the B-roll, wasn't it?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know he was the cameraman. I think it was for a promo too, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, the people I think just assume he was also the cameraman for the beatdown because of that.
Oh, no. They cut a promo in front of Shinjuku Face.
Oh, okay. So he did record that full thing.
Yeah. Now, did he record the beat up? I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I would have second take that shit. But yeah, we're doing that again. Like, they shot it and like, all right, that's good enough. It's like,
but
what?
Yeah, I'm okay with who won this match. I do not want to see it again, though. Yeah,
we got to start breaking it down. It's like, all right, you got one placeholder, we got it. Now show us what we want. And I'm also worried, can Kenny go at Kingdom with a Kenny Will match, you know?
Yeah.
So, AEW World Tag Team title match. I feel like a lot of people in Japan thought Aussie Open had a shot with the Young Bucks winning. But I don't
felt
feel
like FTR winning was guaranteed.
Really?
Yeah, I thought FTR was winning this before the pay-per-view even started. If we had done a pay-per-view profits, I would have said FTR for sure.
FTR does win.
Loves FTR.
I thought their timing was off. I've seen them have matches before outside of AEW, and it was fucking bonkers good.
It wasn't my favorite match for either team, honestly.
Yeah, I felt like their timing was off. But overall, 20-minute match, FTR wins. That's going to lead to FTR Young Bucks. And I don't know. Is it too soon? Is it not too soon? That could be a separate question for the
I kind of feel like it's a little too soon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it's going to be such a good match that who cares?
Yeah, that it's going to be such a good match. Who cares? But also, like, you feel like the Young Bucks have to win so that they can continue the series on forever.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not like they don't have a lot of tag teams. Yeah, I was thinking back, you know, and I don't respect the tag team division as much as I should. Do you know how I book tag team divisions? I would literally go, you two are the champs forever until I change my mind. Find your own fucking opponents.
You're the worst.
Dude, do you know how expensive it is? That's double pay. Double pay. Double pay. The
That's
only
why you
matches
pay
that
per
matter.
appearance, and then you schedule them in singles matches later.
Oh, I do that all the time. I used to do that. But here's the thing. I'm not making this up. If the titles weren't switching hands, I didn't even fucking call anything. I literally would go to I would put the tag team championships on people I trusted, like State Line, John Diamond from ECW, people I trusted. And then I said, hey, dude, you're tag champs. Fucking pick your own opponents. If they ain't in a storyline, they can be your opponent. Like, we would go to other companies just recruiting people. Fuck, dude. I did not book her tag, but it was expensive. I didn't have Tony Khan's money. You know what I mean? I didn't have Vince's money. I had Koco's money, and that's why people
give them tables.
That's like a lot of. Oh, dude, fuck tables. Tables are so fucking expensive. Get the tables as a promoter. You're like, fuck. I'm gonna raise ticket prices. One, get the tables chant. I'm fucking raising ticket prices on all of
Well,
these.
get the tables chant, and everybody pays $5 more next week.
Yeah. All right, $5 each. You want tables? Just have a table fund. I wonder though, would fans do that? If you saw a bucket and it was just like table fund.
I probably would.
I would. I think I would too.
Like if I was going into a wrestling event and I saw a bucket being guarded by a wrestler that was the table fund, I would probably pay to it.
I think I would too.
Well, I think I'd stop and I'd be like, is that the fund you guys having tables to go through? And if he was like, yeah, I'd be like, all right, how much do you want?
Let's do it. But overall, just a bit off. Not the best, not the worst. It was just solid. AEW TNT title, best 2 out of 3 falls. Christian Cage defeats Darby Allin 25 minutes. Allin pins Cage. Allin was counted out after a stair thing, and Cage pins Allin after the turn. I thought the turn was amazing.
The turn was amazing. That spot with Allin on the
chairs?
stairs
Oh, yeah.
was the most brutal spot I think I've ever seen someone kayfabe. Like that was nasty. I don't know how they fucking did that and didn't hurt him. That's wild. Like it looked so brutal. Great camera work.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like he fucking hit directly on the edge with his back. That was well shot.
And I don't know if he dropped him because it wasn't safe. Because like he dropped him on the mat, then threw him into chairs, then got up, and then threw him onto chairs. I wonder if...
No, I'm talking about when he went on the staircase.
Yeah, where he dropped him off the top, not turnbuckle. Yeah, dropped him off a fucking ledge. Shit, I can't think. Ring apron. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. I apologize. Sometimes I get concussions.
That said, though, I did think this match drug, but I liked the match.
I think it drugged out, but I thought Christian and I don't know. I thought it drugged out, but I thought they did a good job covering it up. Because like while it was dragging out, Christian was a madman making the ring worse. If Christian just sat there and stared straight ahead, I probably would have knocked it more. But him actually trying to hurt him even more and setting it up and not caring about his well-being, I thought it wasn't as noticeable. And the first turn was really well, and I enjoyed it. So
I did not expect that turn at all.
I didn't either. And I don't know, I thought it was even more interesting that his mom wasn't in on it. I thought that was kind of an interesting situation.
Oh yeah, the mom's look of shock sells it a little.
Yeah. And I think that helps his career out tremendously.
The mom's excited. She gets to date Christian now.
Maybe that's how it works. I have no idea. And then Sting comes down to try to make the save. He fails. I thought it was, and this is just me fucking nitpicking. That's what we do here, boys. I thought it was weird Sting didn't come down to music.
Yeah.
I know they were trying to keep the pop for Edge. That also, like, I'm not one of those.
No music.
I'm not one of those guys that are like, oh, the internet ruins everything. But literally everyone was looking to the stage for Edge. Did you notice that? The audience?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I heard he's coming out. We're not the biggest Edge fans in the world. We're not Edge haters. but I hope they have a plan for him because it looks like he's about to be lost in the sauce, and it's going to be very Impact Wrestling-ish.
Well, I got some bad news for him.
Yeah.
Internet's been talking about it. One of those fun facts about Adam Copeland, aka Edge.
Yeah.
He was raised by a single mother.
Are you for real?
He never knew his father.
Oh my God. It's gonna be great.
He's never known his father. And I cannot wait for Christian to read. Also, as a side note,
yeah.
Did you notice that during the Inoki thing at the start, whenever they were doing the whole Inoki thing, they cut away to Christian?
I did.
Did you notice that?
I did notice. It's horrible.
Inoki's kids out in the ring, and then they cut away to fucking Christian in the back, smiling. And I'm like, you're fucking really going all in on this Christian hates dead dads thing.
Oh my God.
It's the weirdest fucking gimmick ever, but I love it.
It is. It makes no fucking sense.
No, he just hates dead dads.
I think that Tony has a lot of pressure on him not to be Dixie Carter. Our friend from Texas mentioned that on Twitter. He was like, "Oh, it's just like that," because you could beat Dixie Carter pretty quick. And I think him, but even though I'm not an Edge fan and I am worried about the future of him, I thought it was cool he came out with his own music. I thought it was a cool little pop. I thought it was a cool moment.
Yeah, I thought it was cool they could get Metalingus.
Yeah, and
that they kept a rated R superstar.
I also like that. I also like the fact that like people are switching companies left and right for better opportunities. And it also just exposes how fucking phony a lot of these people that voice are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Edge is a legend. Oh, I can't believe it. He went to AEW. And it's like, the more they jump ship, the more those people will be exposed. You know?
I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it. I think Edge and Christian together are super, super funny and really fun. But I don't think that's where Christian's at all right now.
No.
And while I do think it'd be fun to see them do a run together, I don't see how Edge is going to fit into this. I said it before. I'm saying it again. I still don't see how Edge is going to fit into this and not take away from what Christian's doing. So we'll see. Tony Khan has the opportunity to do something awesome, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really see how it becomes awesome. But it's at least interesting.
It is interesting, and I think it breaks down the walls. You know, I've always said support the wrestlers that are doing good. Don't support companies. It's stupid unless you get paid by them.
And Darby Allin now has 2 legends to help him try and get over.
Yep. And same thing with Nick Wayne. He has a legend that help him get over, and the story is intense and interesting.
I was more mocking Darby.
Yeah. Well, I think Darby training Nick Wayne is silly. I just thought it was silly.
I think this is a much better setup for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the thing is,
I just thought of something.
Go ahead.
All right. What is the rated R superstar? One of the big things he's always done. I mean, Christian did too. 5-second pose, all that. He's always been very, for lack of a better word, Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
He's always had that sort of a feel to him. With Christian having Nick Wayne as his young buck, what if Edge has Jack Perry?
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. That'd be an interesting situation.
Edge has to be bringing someone up and elevating a young talent.
I don't think so. I think Edge is everything Christian pretends to be kayfabe wise. Like, I think Edge and Christian, the characters, are the opposite of what the men really do. Like, I think the Edge, the characters, like, I'm here to help the young guys. But in the back, he's like Christian. And Christian is the type of guy, the character that's like, fuck the young guys. But he's actually helping. I think it's like fucking Bizarro World.
Okay, I can see what you're saying, but I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case.
I think Edge only caring about himself, pushing him as a huge face will be Dixie Carter. I don't want to say TNA or Impact, Dixie Carter like. And
I can't remember who it was, but someone of note in AEW recently had said that Adam Copeland Edge really likes to work with young wrestler and wants to give back. But his WWE run did not reflect that for me. And I don't know how much of a choice he had in that. I assume with anyone like him, they have tons of choice. But maybe he really didn't. So we'll see now. The ball's in his court. We'll see.
And not that, but there was a part of me is like, it would have been cool and shocking, but I don't know if you could drain as much money out of Edge. What if Edge legit hit the concerto and joined Christian and Edge, but they were just villains? I thought that would have been really. I thought that would have been really cool, but I think there's too much money in face Edge to drain out of WWE type fans.
Yeah, I thought that. So I was torn. Going into it, I was like, okay, they're going to bait Sting out. Sting's going to come make the save, and then Edge is going to come and attack Sting. And that's going to be the way Sting comes in. But then once it happened, I was like, okay, actually, when you think about it, there's no world where Edge debuting isn't going to get cheered. You have to have him come in as a face.
I'm not much of a Sting guy, as I wear the Muda Darby Allin Sting shirt. I'm not, I love Beach Sting, and I'm not much of a Sting guy. But for some reason, it bothered me Sting didn't come out to music.
Yeah, no, that bothered me too. Or with his bat. He knows he's going out there into a multi-man situation. He's experienced with this. Where was his bat? My favorite geriatric knows better.
And here's the thing: if you want to do the old, well, he came in a rush and music wasn't ready bullshit. That motherfucker was strolling like he was King Dice.
He was not walking like he was in a rush. He was walking like Ishii was holding his hand.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm here, boys." Unless he was supposed to run, and that's him running. He's just like,
yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if he can rush much more than that.
Yeah. But overall, we give it a win. Is it perfect? No. Is there some excitement? Yeah. Is there some danger, like of it falling apart? Yeah. I think Edge being pushed to the moon, like they pushed CM Punk, will be devastating to the company.
Yeah, I agree. I think if Edge isn't elevating people, then this is a horrible signing. But I want to wait and see. I want to wait and see if he does.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the same boat as you. So, but yeah, overall, give it a win. Win, loss, or tie. What did you think? Sid, final thoughts? Because I got to really get going, brother.
Final thoughts. If Edge ends up taking away from this career-defining legendary run that Christian's been having, then I'm going to be really, really disappointed. And I'm going to shoot my credibility even more by shitting on Edge again.
No, you have a different opinion? You have no credibility!
No, I will shit all over Edge again.
Anyway, YouTube, we're only on YouTube. You right there, listen to my voice, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out at SidsLight on everything. And I'm at KocoSports at everything. With that, I am insanely busy. When New Japan has 1v1 matches, we'll definitely do it. And I'm going to Noah at a lot of sports events and video games. And oh my God, Sid.
There's more coming.
Yeah. And make sure to check out Wrestle AM on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find your podcast needs.
Episode 14 available now.
Check it out. With that, I am over. Whoop.